Well, it is the final week of the Premier League 2021-22 season. All games being played on Sunday at 4 o'clock kickoff time, and still it goes down to the final day to determine who gets the title, who gets top four and who gets relegated. It's between Man City and Liverpool, still 1 point apart for the title, between Tottenham and Arsenal for that top four, with Tottenham with a 2-point lead. And then for relegation fight, it would have been Everton, but they did beat Crystal Palace in that 3-2 comeback from 2-0 down to secure their survival and guaranteed their spot in the Premier League for next season, which means it's only now between Leeds United and Burnley. So it's not that exciting, but we've still got a little bit of a fight down there as well. So let's just get straight into it, with the first game being Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal, really, they've thrown their way. They've thrown their chance for top four now after they lost 2-0 to Newcastle in their last game. Everton, doesn't really matter for them anymore. They've survived. I can see Arsenal winning this one just comfortably 2-0, but this one, it's a nothing game really. Arsenal's just completely mucked up because they had to win that game in order to overtake Tottenham again into that top four, but they didn't, and now they're 2 points away from Tottenham. And yes, Tottenham could lose their final game of the season, but it is against Norwich City, so we will come on to them in a moment's time. But you know, I think Tottenham's got top four. Brentford against Leeds United. This is one of the games that could determine who goes down, who stays up. Between Leeds United and Burnley, they're both on 35 points. Leeds United have got a really bad goal difference compared to Burnley, so it would be Leeds United going down and not Burnley if the two teams stayed on the same points. Now, Leeds United, they just need a draw in this game and hope that Burnley lose, or Leeds need a victory in here and hope that Burnley lose or draw. Leeds United cannot have Burnley picking up 3 points. I think it's going to be, it's going to be good. Leeds United, they're going to go here, and they've been terrible all season, Leeds United, but I think they're going to nick something when it matters. Just when it matters, they know they need all 3 points here for a chance of survival, or just a point, and hope that Burnley slip up. So I'm going to say full 3-pointer for Leeds United in this one, away victory against Brentford, who, it's more of the occasion match. Brentford, they've finished pre-season, they've finished mid-table. Really good results in their last game, scoring 3 against Everton, 3 against Southampton. Did concede 3 to United there, but Brentford, they've had a really good season overall, and their season's finished in mid-table now, and just think Leeds United can get something in that game. The just going back up to that game, actually, the last result when they played each other at Ellen Road was a 2-2 draw. So maybe another draw could really help Leeds, but we move on to Brighton against West Ham, where this finished 1-1 last time out at the London Stadium in the reverse fixture. Both teams, West Ham will want to win this one because they could just get Europa League football. It's going to be between Man United and West Ham for Europa League football or Conference League football. Man United got that 2-point gap ahead of West Ham. Brighton, they've started scoring 3 against Wolves, 4 against United, 1-1 during their last game. I'm going to go for another draw in this one. I'm going to go 2-2. And, I've not been impressed with Brighton at all really this season. I know that they're in 10th place, and the previous seasons they've been fighting for their lives and scrapping between 18th and 17th relegation zone area. But they've just not really been able to put away many chances. But as we can see in their previous past games, they have started to win quite a few, beating Arsenal, beating Tottenham there. West Ham themselves have been going through a tricky patch as well. So, it was a draw in the reverse fixture of this game. It was 1-1. I'm going to say both teams will score one more than they did last time, and it'll end a 2-2 draw. Now, Burnley-Newcastle. Burnley need to win this one. It'll be a tight one at Turf Moor, with Newcastle's form currently beating Arsenal in their last game 2-0. Burnley did draw to Aston Villa 1-1 in their last game, but then 2 defeats prior to that, which really Tottenham and Villa did pick up a draw against Villa, but those 2 defeats could be the defeats that see Burnley in the Championship next season. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Newcastle will open up the scoring. Burnley will be forced to have to get something. I think they'll find something. I can't see them beating this Newcastle side though, and that determines Burnley getting relegated instead of Leeds United in the in this season's league table. Right, let's just go over to another nothing game. Chelsea against Watford. Watford already relegated. Chelsea have already got top 4. They've already got Champions League football. They can't do anything else. I'll go 3-1. Just, I think, quite reasonably big scoreline. I'll back both sides to score. Watford, they have been terrible this season, but they do find a goal from somewhere in all of their games, even against the big sides. It was a 2-0 victory to Chelsea in the reverse fixture of this. They're at home at Stamford Bridge here, so I think they'll get one more. And it'll be a chance, really, just Watford to get a consolation goal. They're going down. Chelsea just really chance to show their class, because it's not been the greatest of past forms for them. In their previous past results, draw, win, draw, loss, draw, win, bit inconsistent. That they need to get a victory. They did get a 1-1 draw with Leicester City at Stamford Bridge in their last game, so chance to get a victory from that last result. Right, Crystal Palace and Man United. Man United need to win this one to get Europa League football, Champions League football. That chance has gone, and I think they'll do it. I'll go 3-1 to Manchester United. It was a narrow 1-0 victory to Man United at Old Trafford in the reverse fixture of this game. And Man United have been absolutely terrible their away form. They've done terribly away from home this season. But just with their new manager, Erik ten Hag, definitely will be watching this game, because he's taking over at the end of the season. Players will want to put on the best performance they can to show him, to show the manager what they can do. So, yeah, I think both teams will score. United to get the victory, and Palace did lose 3-2 to Everton in their last game after they were winning 2-0 at half-time. Palace were away from home in that game before Everton made the 3-2 comeback. But I think Man United will be like the proper Man United again in this game and get a really good result away from home here. Right, final game of the season for Leicester City. Been a poor season for Leicester City. They're sat there in 9th place. Chance to overtake Wolves and go into 8th place, which will be not bad. It will be not bad an 8th place finish for Leicester City. You normally see them up there in the top 6 though. So 8th place, a little bit below mark, but it's been a really weird season for Leicester. Too many goals, conceding too many goals from set pieces. That's going to be pretty tricky when Southampton's James Ward-Prowse is going to be playing against you. Best free kick record. He's going to be on the corners, free kicks. Leicester's defence will struggle, and I'm going to go for a draw in the final game of the season, 2-2. Leicester did pick up a 1-1 draw with Chelsea in their last game. Southampton's run of form against Liverpool, against Brentford, Palace. I'll let them off against Liverpool and Brentford, but against Palace, maybe you should be picking up a result. But I think they'll pick up a result in this one, a point to finish off both of these two teams' season. And we move on now to the two big games, Liverpool and Manchester City. Liverpool are going to be playing Wolves at Anfield. Man City is going to be playing Aston Villa at the Etihad. And let's do Manchester City's. You know what? No, let's do Liverpool's game first. Oh, I don't even know. Right, Wolves past form. Let's just start here. They've been absolutely terrible. Got smashed by City 5-1, smashed by Brighton, lost to Burnley and lost to Newcastle. Wolves picked up a 1-1 draw with bottom of the table Norwich. Norwich City that have been absolutely terrible this season. Bottom place, going down to the Championship. Wolves at home had to pick up a result against Norwich. It wasn't for anything, mid-table. Their season was finished quite a few weeks ago. They couldn't make European football. They weren't getting relegated, so there was nothing in it for them. But just really for the fans, they had to pick up all 3 points in this game because I'm guessing they're not going to be able to beat Liverpool because Liverpool will want this victory. That's not going to be a win in the last 7 games for Wolves, which is really bad. Right. I think, maybe quite a few people think Liverpool, easy victory. Wolves are terrible. Pass run of form. They'll smash it. I'm going to go narrow. Very narrow. 1-0. We've got some injuries. Mo Salah's out. And I know he hasn't been scoring for quite a few weeks, but he can be a miss. But Liverpool can do without him. As we saw in the previous results, beat Southampton 2-1. Very narrow. Klopp wasn't very happy with that game. Ended up being a last-minute winner for Liverpool, which thankfully for them happened. At home in this one, it will be very tight. It will be all Liverpool, but I think Wolves will just switch on defensively and they'll make it really tough for Liverpool. That is Liverpool's 3 points. That will take them up to first place, only by 2 points though, which means they would need Manchester City either to lose or draw to Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard's side, ex-Liverpool player, the Liverpool fan, can he stop Man City from winning the league and help Liverpool win the league whilst at Aston Villa? I know a big occasion might get the better of people here and say, oh yeah, Villa's going to grind out a draw in this game. Man City's won the title. They're going to do it in style as well. 4-1 to Man City. It's just that the Etihad, it doesn't, no matter how much you want really Liverpool to win the title here, Steven Gerrard, it'll be a massive story if it happened. Steven Gerrard helps Liverpool win the league by beating Man City. It's just not going to happen. No way is it going to happen. Man City got a 2-2 draw with West Ham away from home in their last game. Beat Wolves 5-1, beat Newcastle 5-0, beat Leeds 4-0, beat Watford 5-1 and beat Brighton 3-0. You can't say that they're not going to score goals in this game. They're going to score goals in this game. And I can't see Aston Villa scoring more than 2 goals. I've said they're going to score 1 in here and, they're at home. They'll win the league. They'll win it in style 4-1. Final game is Norwich against Tottenham. Tottenham do need to win this one to guarantee their top 4 instead of Arsenal. But as I said before, at the first game I said Arsenal will beat Everton, but Tottenham should beat Norwich in this game. I'll go 3-0 to Tottenham. It was 3-0 to Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the reverse fixture of this game as well. So I'll go for the exact same scoreline as well. Norwich, really terrible. Norwich picked up a 1-1 draw with Wolves, as I said, in their last game when I did Liverpool and Wolverhampton. Just back up there as well. Heung-min Son, the leading goal scorer. Fight isn't over. Salah's only winning by 1 goal, and with Salah injured, Son just needs to get 1 goal against Norwich City in this game, and he's sharing the golden boot with Salah. He gets 2, and what a comeback it would have been for Son, because Salah was having an amazing season, but he's just stopped scoring now. But anyway, that concludes the final Premier League predictions for this season. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll probably see you all next season, which will be in one and a half months time, because then we'll have a reaction to the kits being released and the first few fixtures of the week for next season. There's also a few Nations League games happening, international games it's not the World Cup because that's happening halfway through next season, which is a little bit annoying. Normally it happens between the two, the summer tournaments, but the Nations League is happening, which is a rip-off of the Euros, but I may do something for that. That is starting in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, there we go.